I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Welcome, guys, to Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have 100% RC, Professor Flowers, and the most unknown with us tonight. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Man, another day, another dollar, pretty much.
Hey, before we start, I want to ask most unknown. Is that shit behind me make you want to throw up? I mean, because if you're close to the season, that's just start aggravating you. We're just trying to see if you really an Ohio State fan, because it ain't bothered you one bit. So I think you're more Colorado than Ohio State. I just wanted to dump.
Yeah,
no. I ain't see it.
If there was a Falcons, I would be. You know, but Michigan, most unknown. You should be very disturbed.
The only sports team that I really, really hate is the Cowboys. And it's really because of the fans. I can't stand the fans.
I feel you on that. I would like to start the show off with some Cam Newton hate.
Cam Newton hate. That's fun.
Some slander, you know.
I had
to go find it in my archives, you know. So here's the play I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Hey,
stuff like this.
This is the moment when Cam realized he's not gonna be able to dab tonight. Watch this. Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. Your star keep me rolling around like a toddler. But that's neither here nor there. That was in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. He can dive on the ground for that, but he can't dive for football. He can't dive for football, can he?
He always been a little extra emotionally.
Yeah. All right. Let's start off with Jerry Jones, man. The Cowboys situation. I have a video to play. This for a couple of days. This is from a couple of days ago. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me take that off. My bad. Jerry Jones.
I went to high school. I went to college. I don't know why I say it, but I'm just saying. I don't have a sense of urgency about getting it done.
It's a long-standing tradition.
So Jerry Jones, I don't know if the audio is kind of low. We just lost RC. But he said he have no sense of urgency. Let me read the quote. Right. He said, well, CD, this is what he said. He said, we don't have no sense of urgency getting CD signed. So CD Lamb came out and made a post on Twitter about the whole signing. Then Jerry Jones came out and said, CD, you're missed, okay? But you're not missed out here competing and doesn't put any pressure, any place on us. So Jerry Jones kind of took another shot at CD Lamb. Flowers, man. What's going through your mind with the Jerry Jones and CD Lamb banter?
Nothing. Because it's just being prolonged until the last week of camp. He'll be in the first game.
So you saying there's no hurt feelings over what Jerry Jones said?
No, because why is the need to have him in camp right now? There's truly no need. Dak's his quarterback. Him and Dak have a familiarity with each other. He's not getting hurt. The only thing I mean, if it was me, I'd get him in this week. I wouldn't wait till the last week of training camp because the one thing you'll probably have to worry about is soft tissue injuries, like hamstring, something like that. But I mean, why have him in camp running around risking getting hurt when he's not paid? So, hey, it's a part of the game. A lot of these players, they sitting out. They're waiting until a week or two before the season starts to come in.
Most unknown, what was your initial reaction to Jerry's statement to CeeDee Lamb?
He's stubborn. He's old, and he's been stealing from the Cowboy fans since their last Super Bowl.
For me, Jerry Jones, it just shows you how incompetent he is running his own football team. You know what I'm saying? He treating the CeeDee Lamb just like he another player talking about, it's whatever, no sense of urgency get done. It better be a sense of urgency to get this thing done and sell it and not prolong it to the end account, whatever. Especially you make that statement outright to the media that, you don't really care when we get done, you know what I'm saying? And it just shows you that he always lacking in the development department with his players.
I disagree. Because if we look back, other than him waiting until the last minute to pay people, Jerry Jones has paid people. I mean, we might not like it in the sense of urgency that he pays people, but he pays people. That we can't disagree with. Everybody that's ever held out in Dallas you can go back we'll go over the last 10 years. Anybody that's ever held out, they end up getting paid. This
right,
is
receiver wise, but I think Cowboys fans, and me in particular, just how he handled the saying no sense of urgency. I think with your star player, you don't want to just discredit not having a sense of urgency getting it done.
But when has
every GM always here just we're gonna get we working on it, not just no, I have no worries about no sense of urgency looking at it. He make it seem like he not even thinking about it. Like you not even checking on it, you not trying to get a situation out don't let the situation get out of control and stuff.
But his track record proves elsewise. He pays his people, just not on their time. He'll pay them.
RC, what were your initial reaction to Jerry Jones' statement to CeeDee Lamb?
Well, I agree with Flowers with Jerry Jones has always paid his players. I mean, he cried about Dak and he eventually paid Dak. I mean, I don't know if it's like some sick game he's playing, but he's gonna pay CeeDee Lamb. I mean, you can't play football without your best players. He's gonna pay him. I just think too, at this point, at this stage, Jerry's trying to do what he see other people doing. He's trying to negotiate and act like he don't care at times. And then he put his foot in his mouth and had to go back and retract everything he said. But it's going to work out in Dallas. I feel like it's just part of – we're in a weird space with negotiating how players are able to be public with how they feel. And once it used to be where the owners was the only one had an opinion. You only heard one side. So now being able to hear both sides, it's a bunch of drama to get us to week 1. So he'll be there. He's going to get signed. Jerry ain't going to be around too much.
He had to retract the statement because of how CeeDee Lamb, went about it. CeeDee Lamb, I don't think he posted any word. He just did emoji, then took out. Of course, he took out his Cowboys bio down. He took everything down, like they usually do. But that's what I'm saying. Like, why make a problem when there's no problem if you know you're going to get the contract done?
But look, have y'all noticed something that all the athletes are doing the same thing? So the owners are going to get smarter. Okay, y'all acting like children, acting like kids, and you're throwing your tantrum and wiping your stuff. That has no effect on anything. Like I was reading somewhere where someone was saying, how would this affect team chemistry? It won't, because they're immature. It's a different It's a different type of athlete. It's kind of like watching Jason Tatum pout and be upset about not playing, which we understandable. But everything's so publicized, and so money talk, bull crap walk. So once they get the money, all the feelings going away. Like Brandon Ayuk, same way. Once he get his money, he ain't worried about nothing. It's a business.
Yeah, I feel like Jerry Jones just should. If he didn't really have a sense of urgency, he should have come out and said that. He shouldn't just blame.
Is CeeDee asking for like a specific number?
Yeah. Probably won't Jordan Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. No, he probably wants that number.
Well, you know, Tyreek Hill just got got a new deal, so that he probably looking at that now in a
I'm
new
gonna
light.
say something, and I think this might be a hot take. I think CD is the best of the bunch because he right up there with doing less with he's done more with less. He has dominant defense, but if you really look at it, what other skill player on Dallas offense is scary? Every week I go into my game plan, I'm game planning for that guy. You know where he's going. He gets it. He still makes plays. So he has an argument. He deserves his money more than any other player that has gotten paid. Even my Amon-Ra St. Brown. You could be down on a totem pole for me because he don't get asked to do as much.
Yep.
But can you imagine CeeDee Lamb in San Francisco? Like, yes, he's a dog, and he don't get that many touches. He get a lot of touches. So if you cut his touches, that means he ain't getting hit as much. He's fresher, but that man, Jerry Jones.
All right. So speaking of Brandon Ayuk, the Steelers and 49ers have a deal on potential trade to Pittsburgh and in a good place on Ayuk contract. So Steelers, they feel like they're having a good situation with his contract. And if the 49ers sign off on it, it's a done deal. San Fran has an offer out to Ayuk on a long-term deal for him to stay. He hasn't accepted. So they sent their deal to Ayuk for a long-term deal, but he haven't budged yet. In Pittsburgh, they feel like they got it under control, and they're just waiting for 49ers to finalize it. So what's your thoughts, RC?
He'll be a 49. He's a, like I said, acting like a child. You know, I want to go stay with my daddy. Go stay with your daddy. Now it's time to go stay with your daddy. You don't want to take your ass over there. So my thing is this: if you really look at this, I just got a report that I follow. You know, the 49ers always got something posted where he's agreed to certain parts of it. See, it's the problem with negotiating with a guy like this. And I think his agent, probably Shanahan, Lynch, they probably tired of it because we've given you everything you've asked for except the number that you want. I think it's not the number. I think it's the guaranteed dollars. It's somewhere in there where he wants a little bit more guaranteed money. And their pushback is like, bro, you only catching 70 balls, bro. We don't need you to be those other guys. You're looking at Tyreek Hill, you know, you're not that. You're not doing that. And so it'll get done. Two things are gonna happen. It'll get done in San Francisco, or he'll go to Pittsburgh and San Francisco will take those picks that they get from Pittsburgh and go get a receiver. Watch it. They're not going to come out of this without a receiver because they're trying to win a Super Bowl. So you can see where they take those picks and go get Devontae Adams or T. Higgins. They're gonna move around and get a player. They're not gonna. They made that known that they want a player. It won't be George Pickens though. Pittsburgh ain't giving them.
Well, I heard that the 49ers are high on Ricky. What's his name? Parasale?
Yeah, but he ain't Brandon Ayuk. He's Ricky Parasale, whatever his name is. Probably call him Pretty Rich. He's that. He got to learn the offense. He got to learn the offense and fit in where he can fit in. But you got a guy that already know the offense, know how to block in the scheme. He knows everything. So, you know, you can't replace Brandon Ayuk with a rookie. Yeah, get a guy.
All right. Skip Bayless falls from grace. Right. There was a report. Let me see. Can I pull it up?
Hey,
about what Skip said. About what? Huh?
Before we move on, y'all other two guys, what y'all think about it? You know, I would like to hear somebody else's perspective beside my own when it comes to 49ers situation with Ayuk.
I'll be honest. I think this is like soap drama. Because my thing is this: if it was all about the money per se, then you would have just took the $32 million with the Patriots. But then because the Steelers not gonna offer you more than that. If it's about winning, just stay with the team, stay where you're at. And not only that, I don't think Pittsburgh is desperate to get them. I mean, they got the cap space; they could get them, but I'm not sure. I don't know if they offering like a player-to-player trade or maybe picks or whatnot. But
it's picks.
Yeah, possibly picks. So yeah, I don't like I said. If it was about the money, you should have went to the Patriots. If it should have took that $32 million deal, if it was just about the money. But if it's about winning them, why wouldn't you stay where you at?
Because, like I said, I think it's really about money. So if he stand on business, then he should already accept this trade a long time ago. But you know, there's no telling what's going through his mind, especially if he thought he can, you know, pick a destination where he want to get traded to. Maybe they went through his head. That's maybe why he's like undecided on what to do in this situation. Maybe he thought he can choose his own destination, but I don't know what he was thinking about. So at this point, take the money. You already made your statement to the 49ers. You already said what you wanted. 49ers, it's like the 49ers feel like you may not be worth all that. So get out of there. And I feel like the 49ers can move on without him. Y'all don't need to pay him all that money. I feel like y'all can find other receivers that can complement that offense. What about you, Flowers?
I think Brandon Ayuk has pretty much learned this is not a player-friendly league. Okay. Number two, I think he doesn't want to leave because he sees the grass is not green on the other side. If he wanted to leave, the trade would have been finalized. We wouldn't be hearing reports as far as talking about, well, there's a deal in place. Let me stop here right there. When have y'all ever heard that a team has a deal in place, they're just waiting on somebody to take it? You don't. That's rare. You don't hear that. So they just let you know that's fool's gold. I don't think he gets traded. I think it would have been happening because at the point of the Steelers continuing to wait to bring him in. I mean, well, they got about 2 weeks of preseason left, so you got to squeeze him in. He got to learn this and that. It's just the timing of it is just it's too messy, you know. But hey, if the Steelers trade for him, he'll be locked in for money, and they can do what they want to do with him. But I just feel like it would have happened already if it was going to happen. I just don't see why Pittsburgh and San Francisco will continue to prolong it. I heard that San Francisco wanted a player with the picks prior to yesterday. So, I mean, I don't know. I just maybe they want something in return for Ayuk. Like you say, maybe it's the way they want the contract structure. At the end of the day, if the deal's in place, it's up to Ayuk to accept the deal. So that's the holdup. It's not the 49ers and it's not the Steelers. It's Brandon Ayuk because he's unsure.
Because that would have made a lot more sense today. Now seeing Matthew Judon going to the Falcons, if they could just send Judon to the 49ers and send Brandon Ayuk to the Patriots if they really wanted the deal done. But
I got a question.
Didn't want to go to New England.
I got a question for RC. I asked him this last time. Are you sure he's not a team distraction?
He's not.
If I was
he's
a
an
player,
introvert.
they'll get on my nerves.
Hey, he's an introvert, and he's asked to be something he's not. He asked to be emotional and be public. He's never been public. You ought to watch him, and next time you ain't doing anything, just watch him in press conference. He barely opens his mouth when he speaks. He looks down. He's shy. In the interview on the pivot, he just looked uncomfortable. So now they get these agents, and these agents are saying, we're going to go with status quo. Be this. Act this way. Do this. If you ask a geese or a duck to bark, this shit going to sound weird. So that's what the problem is. He looks out of his element, out of his comfort zone, and I feel like he really, just to be honest with y'all, he just trying to do what he saw Debo did, but Debo is more outspoken and more sure about himself. So it's tiresome, man. But y'all might well get comfortable because any of your teams gonna deal with this now. This is the new norm of negotiating.
Yeah, last year, man.
Yeah, it was we already had our issues with MT. Then Chris Olave, he was
but not Chris Olave. It's only a certain type of player that's doing it. We'll talk about that another time. But it's only a certain type of player that's doing this.
So Skip Bayless, fall from grace, out of the limelight off of Fox Sports. What's the name of the show? Undisputed. He's off of Undisputed, right? So Skip Bayless reportedly blamed the executives for not getting in the middle of his feud with him and Shannon Sharp. So Skip Bayless, he rejected his farewell show with Fox Sports.
Really?
Flowers.
Savage.
Who's to blame, man? So Skip on up to his actions.
It'd be nice to hear him own up to his actions. I mean, you chase Shannon Sharp off. Nobody chase Shannon Sharp off except yourself. How can you get mad at the executives for not, doing something that you should have personally did? As loud as you were with the disrespect on TV, you should have been loud with the apology on TV. That's just the way I see it. But I mean, a blind man, that's no disrespect to blind people, but a blind man can see the downfall of Skip Bayless after Shannon Sharp left. I mean, you tried to bring Keyshawn, you tried to bring all these alternate personalities in that you thought that you could clash with, but I just felt like Keyshawn and company, Paul Pearson, and they spent the majority of their time trying to big dog you on your own show, pretty much trying to do what you did to Shannon, and it just didn't work out. I mean, it was obvious, man. The chemistry, like what Shannon, I think what we found out when Shannon left is just how special of a talent Shannon Sharp was, because he thrived, and he's thriving now. So, Skip Bayless, you can't kill Shannon Sharp's light. You tried to dim it, but it just goes to show it's a fair lesson to, you see how you treat people bad, and you expect things to work out your way, and it doesn't. It's just a prime example of, man, you got to treat people right. So things can go right your way.
I totally agree. Most unknown. What did you think about Skip's exit?
I mean, the ending of an era. It's the ending of an era. I kind of always been like a somewhat fan of Skip, even though I never liked his Tim Tebow tapes and whatnot. But running Shannon off like that was a poor business decision. It was very poor and mishandled, and I never understood why that happened in the first place, because people need to understand that Skip put a lot of people on in this business. He the reason why, Stephen A. Because Stephen A. was fired at the time, and he brought him back on First Take. Mm-hmm. And in fact, Skip been on that show went back when it was called Cold Pizza and whatnot. But he burned a lot of bridges over the years, and they finally caught up to him.
RC, your thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Flower said about taking care of your people, man. Because hey, listen, everybody on this show has a unique quality, but then you got people that just have a certain type of personality trait. And Shannon was very comfortable in his skin. Skip was good at what he do. Like, Skip is an agitator. Skip don't really dislike as many people as y'all think. It's just part of getting people going and generating ratings. I don't think he is as negative as people think. I think it's just all a part of, generating ratings. But what he did with Shannon viewed him as a real friend. Like, and you can see it play out on national TV when Shannon when he came at Shannon behind a guy he's not even really friends with. He's not friends with Tom Brady. He's a fan. And so that was the breaking point. And it had to happen the way it happened, because that's how stuff happens in life. It's like it forced Shannon to move. It forced Shannon to leave. It forced Shannon to see him for who he was. So what you thought that the results of that was going to be? You thought maybe the Skip was going to be great and do great things. Your intention was bad. And so it's happened exactly how it's supposed to happen for him, because you can't do the people that help build your show wrong, man. You can't do it. And I feel like he tried to keep a brother in that seat. He thought, one of y'all, I found you, I can find someone else. No, you can't find too many to show up. So I ain't gonna say that's good for him, but I'm gonna say that comes along with effing over people, man. Karma's real.
I want to add something. Skip always been like an instigator. And let me say this. Everybody that talked about Skip talks about him with the utmost respect. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's one of those people that say certain things when he's on the camera, because it generates views and whatnot. I just think perhaps that's what he tried to do, with Shannon, and it backfired.
Yeah, he crossed the line that he shouldn't cross. especially it was like more of a personal shot than more sports related. Like now you saying somebody better than somebody else, and they don't even play the same position, so I don't even know how to even correlate. So that was a personal shot, and I feel like Skip, he made his bed, and I should lie in it. I mean, you can't, talk bad about people, especially on live video, live shows. Everybody watching. So now everybody's saying like, dang, he dogging Shannon. That probably be his boy. So who else he's dogging like that? And that's why he couldn't fill that seat, because that's why they were going at him like on his own show, because they're like, man, we ain't like Shannon. We gonna come back with some haymakers on our own. So it was bad overall. It was just a bad vibe with all these different cast members coming on, because they didn't want to get upstaged by Skip or get disrespected by Skip on the show. And Skip had a good run. I mean, with his actual takes, it was just out there and people loved it because people want to argue with him. But he crossed the line. He should have never crossed, especially for a friend.
Yeah, Skip.
If it's your friend, man, you should know already. Like, yeah, I shouldn't say that to him, because he know how he feel about it. And Skip should, after all this blew over, Skip should went to him and said, man, I apologize for all the stuff I did. What I said to you. Then he should went on the show and apologize to the audience for seeing that, apologize to the staff, like just make a whole big apology, and they'll be all good. But
man,
he just went too far.
Skip been in this business for 50 years, and I think like his style of how he do with media is old now. This is a new style of media, of this new media era that we in.
It's
like everybody more buddy.
Nah, I mean, like, look, for example, look how like Shannon, has his own podcast, and the other show with Ocho, and it's like Skip try to follow Stephen A. as far as like, because Stephen A. has his own First Take is his show. We all knew that. And then Stephen A. has his own YouTube channel, which has like 700,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. While Skip only got 138, and not every video, not that many people watch his video. It just, of course, that's the reason is like I said, this is a new era of media. Like Skip is not going to make it when you have people like Stephen A. and Pat McAfee.
Yeah, it's more like YouTuber style type stuff, where everybody doing their own live show, so it is more audience friendly per se. So yeah, I understand it, but it really came down to Skip pissing off Shannon, and Shannon leaving, the downfall of the show, because Shannon literally, I don't want to say he carried this, he helped carry the show, and so when the other half fell off, man, that was a wrap.
He carried it, bro. Bro, listen, nobody watching that shit for Skip. They're watching for Shannon. And my thing is, one thing I love about Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, Gary Payton never complained about when Sean Kemp dunked the ball. He just was happy to be a part of it. You got to understand your role. Everybody can't be Michael Jordan. Somebody got to be Scottie Pippen. And got to be damn good at it. And I feel like Skip and Shannon had the best show because they balanced each other out. Skip he wasn't always wrong on the show. I enjoyed some of his takes. I just feel like he was jealous of Shannon, and that's something that's really in men a lot. I can't speak for women, but bro, I want to see everybody win, because if you win, that means I got an opportunity to. And then also I understand, like in business, how that pyramid goes. You have the guy, and then you have the people under the guy. It's just, if you're the guy at the top and you're not humble, because I don't think Shannon was arrogant with it. He still praised him on the way out and showed love. But what happens is, if you're the guy at the top, i.e. Michael Jordan or LeBron James, how you treat the people below you. I'll never agree with the way Michael Jordan treated his teammates and coaches to win. I want to win in a respectful manner. And I think Shannon, that's why he's winning right now, because he did it the right way. He never disrespected dude. He could have whooped his ass on TV, but he never did it. He just let him make it.
Yeah, Shannon took the high road, and that really made Skip look even worse.
But that's why I was making the point as far as like I think if this was like 20 years ago, this wouldn't be a big of a deal. Because, like I said, Skip says certain things, in my opinion, for shock value. That's, to get, people watching and viewers. His style of how he did the show, it wasn't working like that.
I think
and I disagree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that, but I'm gonna say I disagree with it as far as 20 years ago, Shannon Sharp wouldn't know his value because Instagram, et cetera, allows you to see your value in the world. So yeah, he probably would have had to play his cards a different way because he wouldn't have known his value 20 years ago. But you look at it now, he sees how many people support him,
Right.
Instagram, et cetera. And he knew he could step out. He knew he was strong enough to step away from Skip.
Yeah, after he built his brand. Yeah. That's
I
very
got you.
true.
I feel that. I agree.
All the Skip Bayless, man, should be studied. What not to do.
Don't follow his footsteps, man.
Huh?
And then at his
Hey,
age,
I'm already the villain. I'm already the villain, so I'm cool with it.
But look, how old is Skip? Does anybody know how old Skip is?
70?
Like 70,
like 70.
Well, listen,
72.
Okay, I'm the OG on the podcast. What I look like being a hater right now at this age? What I'm doing? Like, if anything, if I can't elevate the room, I need to leave it. So why you 70 plus? The hell wrong with you, bro? It's an old hater. You can't even lay in your grave. What's coming to your body ain't going to break down like it's supposed to because it's filled with hate. The shit ain't going to. It's just you got to realize, man. He had nothing to gain in hating on Shannon Sharp. If anything, you elevate, bro. Make you some more money so you and Ernestine this white name.
But I think
So you think in that little jab it was some jealousy and a little bit of hate behind it.
Because what you're saying is, and I've experienced this, is you saying I made you. No, Shannon Sharp been that dude since he was playing football, talking crap, being that had that personality. Shannon made a great point to say that until he became what he became in media, people didn't consider him to be gay. He's always been Shannon Sharp, but the first time, now we up too high. Now let's bring it down. They want to say gay, they want to say all this different crazy stuff, but that comes along with being great. He's always been a mouthpiece. He's always popped his shit. So Skip is like, you saw him starting to wear the Jordans. He put his foot up on the thing and show you his J's and
getting Lil Wayne
and having. Do y'all really think he best friends with Lil Wayne?
I don't know.
Questionable.
I don't know. I don't want to say best. I want to use the word best friends. They more like acquaintances. You know what I'm saying? He just bring on
listen,
the show.
My point is, he gotta have a brother. If Skip was that dude, it wouldn't matter what color skin person sits opposite from him. Why he ain't never had a person of a different race sitting across from him, not being a black man? Because you know why? He feeds off of that. It's like, we're good at this, but we don't. Okay.
I kind of disagree with that. Y'all. I feel like y'all looking at it with the race thing, and it has nothing to do with it. I don't think it has nothing to do with it.
That's true. So why would he bring other black counterparts that act almost like Shan, like Keyshawn, Sherman? They all, I won't call them big mouth, but they talk. They like to talk.
Paul Pierce.
Who would you want to bring?
Paul Pierce.
But open the job up to any female of any race. Any male, female of any race, he can't do it because he's used. It's kind of like if I tell Shaq, big ass hands, to do something different with a basketball at the free throw line, he's so used to shot putting it that if I tell him to change it, he ain't gonna want to change it. So Skip been doing this for X amount of years. It has worked. Jalen Rose, him. You had him and Stephen A. It has worked. He. It's kind of like asking Russell Westbrook to play different. I want an MVP playing this way. So it may not be a race thing, but it's damn sure it's a blueprint that he's working that has a certain race sitting in the seat, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I want to add on to that real quick. Okay, after the Shannon Sharp controversy, who does Skip Bayless put in the seat? He puts in Richard Sherman. Why? Because they were controversial with each other. So like I'm with C on that. I mean, you could have went a totally different route after, the stuff happened with Shannon Sharp, but no, you wanted to keep it a certain way, and you wanted to bring Richard Sherman on to keep up I mean, yeah, you didn't bring him on for y'all to reconcile because he said he was better than you, 12, 13 years ago. No, you brought him on to to stir the pot, like the team going to do, and you stirred it so much with Shannon. Hey, you figure, hey, let me bring on Richard Sherman to keep it going, and shit.
Hey, didn't he have on Michael Irvin or Chris Carter?
Yeah, Chris Carter wanted to punch him in the face.
Yeah. So that's all them guys are. They very opinionated. They don't hold back.
But I feel like we kind of y'all kind of discrediting what Skip been through in his personal life.
What he been through?
What he been through?
As far as like being raised by a black woman, and with his whole Skip, I don't think it's a race thing at all.
We're not looking at it personally.
Listen, first of all, let me clarify. I'm not calling Skip Bayless racist. I'm not
saying that. I'm saying that
that's his blueprint.
What I'm saying is Skip do certain things for shock value because he thinks if he gets this person.
I don't feel like To me, emotional. I don't.
We're saying what he tried to bring Richard Sherman on was for shock value. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
I guess.
Yeah. But I feel like the comment he said to Shannon was not shock value. That was personal.
Right. Because he took a personal jab at him. Because when he brought up the stuff about Tom Brady and Shannon Sharp, first of all, Skip Bayless has been in sports for over 50 years. Mm-hmm. Why would he disrespect the credentials of Shannon Sharp, knowing what he did for football?
Right.
That's first and foremost.
They a tight end position.
I play the same position. So
it's two different positions.
You brought Shannon Sharp on for his expertise. You knew Shannon Sharp was on NFL on CBS. He was on Showtime. He was on Inside NFL. He was on all this stuff. So you didn't bring on somebody that didn't know what the hell they were doing. That's why we look at it as a personal shot, because when you brought Shannon Sharp on, both of y'all were equal. But as time moved, Shannon Sharp started elevating. Skip stayed right here. But there's nothing wrong with staying right here. The problem was when this person right here got mad at this person going up there. That's the problem.
Right.
I guess.
Bowl over into the show. I mean, he said Tom Brady is better than him. I was like, whoa.
And he's reading the comments. He's hearing the people. Like, listen, let me tell you, a real big person filled with hatred or racism or bigotry, they ain't sitting across from you, no amount of money. So no, he's not there. But in each and every one of us, there's levels of ignorance. Like I can own that there's certain things I don't understand about certain people's beliefs. But then you don't venture over there because you're gonna sound like a racist, you're gonna sound like a something, right? So when Shannon and Skip got into that argument, that back and forth, I remember very vividly sitting there looking at it like he treating him like he beneath him. Put your glasses back on. He's better than you. And blah, blah, blah. What?
My glasses at him.
Let me explain something. It's not about when you watch. History has shown you when disrespect happens, all of us have experienced it on some level. When that person go low, that's how the fuck they really feel. Okay.
Oh snap! Skip got him.
That's how they really feel. He let that out. That's how he really said it. So he really felt. I said he really felt that way about Shannon. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Good. Yeah, you good.
He let out on national TV a sober man is just as bad as a drunk one. It came out and he can't walk it back.
Did he ever apologize to Shannon Sharp?
I don't think so.
Not publicly.
No.
Well, as loud as you were with the disrespect publicly, apologize in the same manner.
I don't think so. I don't think he apologized. Skip is from that old school era. They ain't quiet. You don't feel like he did anything wrong. Shannon asked him to apologize on that show for what was the kid in Buffalo? What's his name?
DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you handle that, man. You know, you need to take that down." I'm not taking down anything because it's.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that clearly.
Yeah, I didn't see that. So, Skip, the rise and fall. Somebody gonna do a documentary.
ESPN.
It's gonna be 30
And
for 30.
they gonna put it on ESPN Plus.
Right, 30 for 30 documentary. Skip Bayless.
Yep. ED.
Oh man. Let's go to the chat real quick. Randy said, Skip is so trash. I hate casters who are more opinion than facts. Then he said, you boys think Rachel Nichols will work in a role like that? I think she could do well. I don't know.
She's pretty good. Look, she's pretty well interviewing. She has a whole plethora of NBA players that like her, can back her, and she should be a host for a show. I like Rachel Nichols.
I do too. All right, Noah Lyles. He's back at it after his COVID. He said he talking about Anthony Edwards. He said, you want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to the NBA Finals, and you give him a shoe? Then he came, he backtracked it. He said, no disrespect, the man's an amazing athlete. I love that they saw the insight to get him a shoe. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that for me? Flowers. How can you not see that for Noah Lyles?
You don't got to knock another man down to advocate for yourself. When we going to learn this? You do not have to knock another man down to advocate for yourself. Noah Lyles, if you want a shoe, go advocate for a shoe. You don't got to piss on Anthony Edwards because he got a shoe, but you don't got one. Now, let's fast forward to the Olympics. Congratulations on your gold medal. I want to talk about the race. What was the 200 they talking about he had COVID?
Yeah, 200, yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, let's get to that. Because I think we got to call Noah Lyles out on this. If he had COVID, okay, I get it. But I've seen video footage prior to him running 200, him jumping up and down. You know, he's energizing the crowd, this and that. He runs, comes in third. Accept it. Don't tell me you got COVID and then a day or two later I see your ass in the club dancing. Because I'm gonna start thinking of stuff I don't need to be thinking about. Because I'm starting to think, hey, did you lie because you came in third because you talked so much shit? And excuse my language. Did you talk so much shit about, you're the fastest man in the world and this and that? Hey, you got NBA basketball so much shit about, and the Boston Celtics about being world champions,
Mm-hmm.
But you're not the world champion in all your events. You won the 100 by a hair. Now you're being called out by Tyreek Hill saying he can beat you in a race. So Noah Lyles is not in any kind of situation to critique someone about them getting the shoe or not. You do not step on someone to try to get to where you're trying to get to. But that's where a lot of these billionaires in the world became billionaires. They had to step over somebody. So he's probably just following that same route.
All right. So, most unknown, what was your reaction to Noah Lyles?
Hey, bro, you ain't Usain Bolt. You ain't.
Right.
But let me say this about the Adidas and Anthony Edwards thing. I think the sad thing is that if Noah had been, diplomatic, and I guess collaborated with the NBA, then perhaps he would have had a shoe of his own by now, or what so. Instead of just, how come he get a shoe? You know what I'm saying? That's not
right.
work business-wise. And like I said, I enjoyed watching him in the 100-meter race. That was an amazing race. But he ain't, he's good, he's great, but I don't think he's the best of the best.
It's questionable.
Yeah, my thing is, Noah, you ain't had a fan base of Anthony Edwards. So that may be another reason why you don't have a shoe. How many people just know Noah Lyles like that? Besides, since they just saw him in the Olympics, that's probably the only reason why they know him. How many sprinters have a shoe?
Not many.
Signature shoe.
Question.
That's true, but you keep throwing shots towards the NBA players. It's not helping business wise.
Right, it's not.
Even if you don't, even though you run track and he played basketball, that is not a good business decision to keep throwing these shots.
And then, why not put himself more out there so he could get a shoe? But like I say, how many fans gonna go out there and buy a no allow shoe?
Well, wait a minute now. What?
Yes, and no allow.
What? Watch this. You want to know what get no allow to shoot?
What's that?
He blew away the competition in the Olympics. He got to shoot it.
Right.
If he would have won the 100, 200, and all that, and competed in the 4x1 or 4x2, whatever he dropped out of, and they would have won in non-convincing fashion, he gets a shoot.
Yeah, most definitely.
But he didn't.
Marketing wise, it don't make sense for Noah Lyles to have a shoe. Look how long it took for Asia Wilson to get a shoe. And Noah Lyles, you think you deserve a shoe? Okay, buddy.
I truly. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I truly feel like he acting like one of these people that, you know, now he's getting a little bit of power that it just is getting to his head a little bit. He don't know how to deal with it.
He doing the utmost because he trying to talk his way into getting deals, being in the limelight. He talking a lot to get that, you know, into that public site. That's what he doing. He just bashing other people and just running his mouth at the podium so he can get publicity.
When has bashing gotten? People, these younger kids got to realize this. Bashing people publicly doesn't get you anywhere, especially if you're not bagging up what you're talking. You're sitting here critiquing NBA players and talking about they're not world champs. United States team, they're Olympic gold medalists. You supposed to ran 4 or 5 events and you only got 1 gold medal out of the 3-4 events that you supposed to did. So, and now you got Team USA Twitter page. They're trolling you. Right. Where gold medals at? I mean, I think it's a legitimate question. I don't blame Tyreek Hill for saying that Noah Lyles guy. He talks too much. I can beat him in a race. That's not disrespectful. You got to. Hey,
I would pay to see that.
Racing in a race. So.
All right, see, what do you think of Noah Lyles taking a shot at Anthony Edwards of all people?
I'm gonna quote Shay again. Uncle Shay said, "It's always us. Never fails. It's always us with the bull crap at one another. It never fails." I can't wrap my mind around what you gain out of it. You ain't said nothing about nobody, but you targeting your own folk, your own people. Who cares if you're a world champ? You can tell they're a cornball. First of all, you can tell he's a cornball because of the different color rubber bands in his hair. I'm just being sarcastic. It's just something about this guy that spews cornball. But my issue with him is why are you targeting NBA players? Did you play ball in high school and get to come off the bench, or why is basketball players?
One of them basketballs.
He didn't get picked on the playground. He didn't get picked on the playground. That's what it is. He got picked last. So he didn't get picked at all.
Took a major L in pretending like you was sick with COVID after you lost. You did so many great things, kid. Like you went over there, you called your shot, you did so many great things, and then you do this, and then you try to backtrack it. You know, and Anthony Edwards is from Georgia. He's Metro Atlanta. You leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because you're going to have to run just as fast, get away from that ass whooping if it gets to where it needs to go. Because you don't, it's like he barking up the wrong tree. Like I still can't wrap my mind around the world championship thing. Like why he made that such a big deal. You're not a world champion. You're like, who cares? I've never seen more hatred among a group of people than I see amongst my own. We spew the most hate, and it's based off of jealousy and envy. You know, be happy, dude. You a gold medalist, bro. I just Noah Lyles. I did not know who he was to the Olympics. Then to hear all the stuff that he got going on now, it's just pure hatred, man.
Right. Tell me about it. Like I said, he liked keeping his name out there by talking about other people, and that's what gave him his limelight.
I was gonna say, dude, is he trying to get the deal specifically from Adidas?
I think he signed with Adidas. I think that's what it is.
Probably a track athlete for Adidas. I mean,
I was gonna say because when it comes to track, Adidas and Puma plays the most. I know that for sure. So it makes sense he's trying to get with Adidas.
But you don't tear. I don't tear down Most Unknown or Flowers if y'all under the same umbrella. I just go to Adidas and sit down with my representation and say, look, I need some shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know,
Man, a track shoe or something. But don't it's about like I was telling Flowers RC, how many Noah fans are out there that willing to go buy his shoe?
You make a cross training shoe like Bo Jackson in his sales.
Shoe don't even buy the Rock cross training shoe.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but if you're gonna do it as an athlete, make it like something that look like an Air Max. You know, make it Air Max and be on down.
The Rock.
You said the Rock. Flowers the Rock.
You talking about Dwayne Johnson?
Give a damn Rock. Ain't nobody buying no Under Armour shoe.
Oh, Rock got a shoe.
What his shoes called?
Shoe. It started.
Do you smell?
The rock bottom.
Shoe. But think about it. They definitely on the bottom.
They call the rock bottom. That's what
rock bottom.
But even Patrick Mahomes shoe don't really sell.
Shoes like a Brahma bull on the bottom.
Huh?
Who Patrick Mahomes with?
He with Nike. He got
Adidas.
Is he with Nike?
With Adidas.
Oh, he with Adidas. His shoe don't even sell. He sell trainers. So
let's be real here. The only shoe that's selling to the public are Nikes.
Yeah.
I don't know about
unless they M&Ds. Nah, Adidas M&D.
I don't know about that.
Boost.
I don't know about that.
I'm such a Nike guy. I'm such a Nike guy. Flowers. When I'm playing college football 25 and I'm clicking through those teams and I see Adidas and Under Armour, it bothers the crap out of me, man.
I like Adidas.
It's like, dude, that Nike uniform look way better. It's just like Under Armour be trying to put that. They be trying to put you ever watch the movie Life and they told Jangle Ed, put that on there. Put that on there. That's what they be trying to do. It just don't flow right. But you got to make sure. It's just something about that swoosh and that Jordan sign, man.
Yeah. If I'm an athlete, I'm signing with Adidas. I love Adidas. These make shoes a little bit wider than Nike. That's why I like Adidas too.
Yeah. Now
Nike still be narrow.
My brother-in-law was signed to Adidas.
It hurt him both.
And my brother-in-law was signed to Adidas, and we could get the Adidas at the discount price. And I was rocking Adidas for a little while there, but man, I swear my baby toes ain't been right since I put them shits on my feet, man. Like it just you gotta put a pair of Nikes on, man. Nikes just flow right.
I'm a Adidas guy. I'm a Adidas guy all the way. I ain't gonna lie.
That jump,
man. The best shoe I ever wore from Adidas playing basketball was the KG Superstars. And don't think it was so lightweight.
Man, them damn sheetrock kickers. Let me tell you something, man. It's two pair of shoes that Nike have. It's two pair of shoes that Nike have that I gotta whisper this because I don't want her to hear this. My wife bought me some LeBron James. Them some big ass shoes. You can feel 3 different types of roaches. The little bit small ones, the long skinny ones, and that big ass cockroach dead on site. Let me tell you, I sold them shoes. Let me whisper this. I sold them shoes. She was like, what? They've been gone a long time. Because I can't do nothing with the LeBron James. His shoe is only made for his foot. My feet look so. I'm gonna send you a picture of them, bro, and you tell me about.
They look like some houses on your feet.
RC, why the box twice as big though? Huh? Why the box is twice as big? The box, the LeBron shoes come in, they like this big.
And it's another shoe. So I like the Jordan 11s, but. It's like it's the space. What's the ones that have the ones he had when he played against Utah? It might be 12, where one side of it's a black shoe, but it has the red side or the white side. And it's I don't know if it's the 12.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the 12 are the 12.
Them shoes, man. Them some long, big shoes, man. Like, give me a pair of 10s or some 11s. Give me some.
I always go with the ones.
LeBron got the biggest shoes in basketball, bro. LeBron shoes is big. They look like,
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. I don't know who sent this in the group chat, but I thought it was pretty interesting. 2023, the Raiders GM Dane Ziegler had a deal in place to trade up for the second overall pick to draft CJ Stroud, and head coach Josh McDaniels overruled Ziegler, and Josh McDaniels signed Jimmy G to a 3-year, $72 million.
That was me. That's crazy.
Like, how? You really had CJ Stroud and Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs.
Wait, so Jimmy got a new?
They would have been the Texans. They would have been the Texans.
Last year, Jimmy got that contract last year before the season.
They would have been. That's crazy. All right. Let's move on to the rookie preseasons. NFL preseason was last week. Actually, the game started Thursday. Then a couple on Friday, Saturday, some on Sunday. So, which rookie QB, most so known, impressed you?
Hey, you know I gotta go with my boy Bo. You know what I'm saying? I was really impressed with what I seen though, because I did not know how it was going to play out, and honestly I thought maybe Zach Wilson was going to play, but all three of our quarterbacks played pretty well that game, but Bo looked great. You know he did a pretty good job.
And so you saying you seeing the Super Bowl champion?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. So what did you say you liked about him? What popped out to you?
Man, it's just his command for the offense. He's a bit of an athlete. I think he's faster than what people think. Mm-hmm. And also he looked poised most of the time in the pocket. I like the fact he looks, his eyes stay upfield most of the time, and he didn't really held on the ball. He threw it away as usual. I mean, there was some throws here and there. Like I noticed that the Colts were playing like a cover 2 or maybe a cover 3, and those sometimes there's some hard passes to make depending on who he was throwing it to. But other than that, I like what I see from both.
What about you, Flowers? Who impressed you the first preseason game?
Caleb Williams. Plain and simple. Caleb Williams. I'm not looking at the teams. Let me say this first and foremost. Preseason, I'm not looking at wins or losses. I'm just looking at what are you doing out there in your short period of time. I can go back to our game. I can talk about the Broncos quarterbacks. But I want to talk about Caleb Williams as far as what you see Caleb Williams do in Oklahoma and USC is translating to the NFL as far as how he moves around in the pocket. He's getting down as far as when he runs and he takes off, he's sliding. But just the throws, man, just the accuracy, the poise, the composure, and everything that Caleb Williams is transferred from USC to the Bears. I think the Bears are in for a treat this season. I think they finally figured out something with the quarterback position.
What about you, RC? Who impressed you?
So, Bo Nix was the first one that stood out to me. I watched that game closely because I got a confession. I have a liking. I like the way the Colts are built. I kind of like Denver. It's just something about, I don't know, those two teams traditionally over the years, I always watch them because when they're good, they're good. And so they both start. I'm starting to see a little Sean Payton-ism, what you were talking about. I'm saying, it don't mean that he's no different than Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin, because they do a good job of building a roster and getting together. But Bo Nix make quick decisions, like bing, 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 bing. It wasn't like watching Justin Fields hold the damn ball for 2 days and 3 nights. Watching the Colts, watching Caleb Williams as well. It was, to me personally, like he just looked so comfortable. He's been doing it. He's an old quarterback, and that's what Bo Nix got going on in his favor. They're older guys, and if you got a chance to see Michael Penix Jr., same thing. All those guys that's up in age and then played a little bit, they're gonna look like Brock Purdy. That's why I was trying to get you to understand about Brock Purdy. It has nothing to do with none of that. It's time. Look at how many games they've played from high school, college, and translates to the NFL. Look at Trey Lance. His feet never stop moving. Trey Lance, it's like he got hands, or he's stepping on cold. And I was just impressed with just overall, what I've seen from all the games from the young players, they all look good, and I'm thinking we're in for a really good football season.
Jaden Daniels looks good too.
Yeah, Jane Daniels did look good.
Let me tell you, I like what. Unfortunately, he got hurt, but I did like what I saw from JJ McCarthy.
Yeah,
he rebounded after that interception. He's a hell of an athlete. He is fast. I did not realize he was that dang fast.
So
he had great pocket presence. I mean, man, that just sucks what happened to him, man. But
I'm gonna tell you why he got hurt.
Why?
Hadn't played quarterback for like 3 years. So listen, I told a guy that's a Minnesota Vikings fan. He said, "Man, you made me believe that JJ wasn't good." I said, "Listen, we don't know what he is. Jim Harbaugh didn't even know where he was because he never used it."
I agree.
He never got a chance to play quarterback. He's a 4-star quarterback out of high school. I think he's a 5-star. Came in, he was used to playing this style, and he came in and they said, "We're gonna run the ball." Michigan want to play bully style football, and he stayed at Michigan, which I would have transferred. When I saw him playing, that's not who I know. I'm sorry. I know being at work. I've never seen being at home with his kids. He might be beating the hell out of them. I don't know who he is. It's totally too. When I was looking at that most of them, I was thinking to myself, like, you mean to tell me in the Rose Bowl? Because you remember the Rose Bowl when he got a drive together and took him down the field and they scored. So, man, listen, I think all those quarterbacks are going to be fine. And if you don't get one, even Spencer Rattler down there in New Orleans, we in for some good young quarterback.
Did y'all hear about?
Huh?
Did y'all hear about the possibility of? Well, Minnesota inquired about our.
I saw that.
About who?
Wait, Minnesota. What happened?
Minnesota inquired about Derek Carr.
Yeah, I seen that.
I didn't know that.
He's
Go
expected.
ahead and ship him. Yeah, go ahead and get rid of him.
Oh, this must have been after JJ.
Yes, after the JJ.
Shoot, get rid of him. Get that contract out of here. I don't know how that works. Will we still have to pay some of it or what? We just unloaded all the Minnesota.
This is the last year that Derek Carr has guaranteed money.
So, answer this for me. If the Saints make that move, they're not going to win the division.
I'm fine with that. Because
you want to see
at
what
this point, because I want to see what Rattler have. And at this point, who have us going past the first round of playoffs, even though if we do get there?
I'm saying
that give a chance to unload some money off their books,
I think it's a good move, but I don't think Minnesota need to do that move.
That's stupid for Minnesota. That's good for us.
Who are you going to be this year, Minnesota? Where you going to be?
Right.
I don't make that move. I think somebody said they might draft if they be bad this year, they'll draft another quarterback next year because that's what they're doing now. Like, I don't do that. I mean, you still got Sam Darnold. Play it out.
Yeah, play it. If I'm Minnesota, play it out with Sam Darnold. I mean, y'all weren't going to
sign. Jimmy Garoppolo, though. Don't do
that. I mean, what realistically, Minnesota, they probably looking at themselves, finishing, getting 6 or 7 wins. So why not just run with Darnold, compete for next year?
Let me say something real quick. I actually think Minnesota is better than 6 or 7 wins if they have the right person quarterbacking them.
That's tough.
They're pretty talented.
They talented. They talented, but that NFC, even in the division, in that division,
right now,
I don't think right now.
Even with JJ being hurt.
I'm saying if they had the right quarterback in play, because look, the head coach O'Connell, he's great, man.
Yeah,
they won games without Kirk Cousins last year.
Yeah,
so that's all I'm saying. They have a good line. The defense is better. They got a lot of offensive talent. So for us,
that means if you have Minnesota win more than 6 and 7, that's a lot of teams winning 10 games.
No, not exactly.
Not necessarily, Ben.
Yeah, I'm looking at what y'all have.
I'm not going by
winning.
I'm just talking. I'm just saying
if
they have the right.
There are one thing about the National Football League. There are no guarantees. We epically, all of us epically failed the AFC West. You remember that? Y'all remember that? How they went? We was all like, "That's gonna be the best division." There ain't no guarantee Detroit gonna deal with being hunted. Like Detroit
nothing I guarantee we're going off projection.
Detroit gonna get everybody's best game now. Green Bay gonna be expected to be good out the gate. Chicago and Minnesota could be better than. It's no guarantee with the NFC North, and then with y'all division.
I wouldn't think that trying to get a quarterback now would help out that situation. No, I said like why even take that on and just wait till next year and get your quarterback back.
Because in their mind, bro, like he said, they're talented, and they're saying, "But listen, look what Green Bay did." Was stunk it up all year and then got to the back end of that year and almost went to the Super Bowl. I believe if they beat us, they can beat the Detroit Lions because Detroit would have had to beat them 3 times, right? Detroit would have had to beat them twice. I think Detroit beat them twice in this regular season. They would have had to beat them a 3rd time. So I think, me personally, that's what Minnesota looking at like, hey man, Green Bay, like that, but you did not believe in Jordan Love.
No, I'm saying they locked in with Green Bay. They locked in with Love. Why trade for a quarterback that haven't done much of anything?
I know because
just weigh it out.
O'Connell thinks he can turn water into wine. He's been
I mean, if he believe in Carr like that, then he gonna have to perform some miracles.
If you put Derek Carr, and this is no bull job. Look at Derek Carr hasn't consistent. The last time he had a consistent coach, he was almost the MVP of the league if he don't get injured. You remember that?
Yep. Well, he broke his leg.
But how many years ago that is?
After that, he's had coaching changes and offensive coordinators.
That still don't deny the fact that from the games I watched, he still was throwing behind. He threw even in the preseason, he was throwing passes behind Olave. Like he kept missing Olave. Why you keep missing Olave? But when Jameis going there, he can hit him.
Well, you're right, but give me O'Connell over Carmichael. Like that's like that's taking candy from a baby. If you put there,
I agree with that.
Saints head.
If you put O'Connell in New Orleans, now this is what I'm going to tell you now. Put O'Connell in New Orleans and put Dennis Allen in Minnesota. I guarantee you win your division going away because you know why? He got better talent. To me personally, outside of Jetta, everybody else on the Minnesota Vikings got to prove something. You know, Jordan Addison got caught off the field. I don't know what the hell going on in Minnesota, but he got caught off the field.
He did, with his shoulder.
And so, but if you look at New Orleans, guys like McConnell, I'm talking about shit. He gonna be a better option in your offense. You got Olave, Kamara. I mean, it's gonna look different, bro. Dude, he can scheme some plays.
But Derek Carr has to throw better passes than what he's been throwing.
Don's a quarterback coach, also, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you'll get him right.
All right, so Spencer Rattler, he impressed me so much that I said, hand the man the starting job. Nah, just playing. But he needs some time to develop. But he did. He put together a game-winning drive. He put together for the winning field goal. But he had a lot of good drives in that game. He had a dot to A.T. Perry down the sideline. I mean, he looking like the real deal.
What you look for when you? I gotta hear this. When you are picking a quarterback, what are you looking for?
Well, if I'm looking for just a quarterback, I want him to have a good pocket presence. Want him to go through his progression, work on his mechanics, make sure that he rotating the hips when you throw, make sure he, like I said, going through his progression, that he's not getting sloppy with his technique, with his footworking, and make accurate throws. He gotta make accurate outs. They said, outs is one of the hardest passes to throw. You gotta be accurate, can't throw behind the guy or you're gonna get picked off. So I look at the mechanics, his pocket presence, make sure his eyes looking downfield, like I said, going through the progression. So that's why I really look at, when I see my quarterback play.
That make me better understand when you look at Derek Carr. But Derek Carr, he's an improviser at times. Like he goes.
Yeah,
so I can understand.
And Dennis Allen hate that. That one thing Dennis Allen did say he liked about Spencer Rattler because he didn't start improvising. He said he don't want to see Spencer Rattler improvising. He wants to see him go run the offense, go through his progression, run it, stuff like that. And Drew Brees was like this. Drew Brees wasn't.
Yeah. See, I watched this. This is where you get in trouble with your Saints and the coaching.
Yep.
Derek Carr comes in, the $100 million man, and doesn't respect the offensive coordinator enough. He feels he has to improvise. That's the problem.
And that's what tore the locker room up, because Olave over there frustrating. Olave will open a lot of times. But I feel like Derek Carr, of course, our offensive line wasn't the best. I give him that. So he was looking at the offensive line, not getting enough time to throw. So he missed a lot of people open, and it resulted in a lot of 4 and outs for us. So hopefully he feel better with Clint.
You know who
right?
Who Olave is in your offense now? He's Brandon Ayuk.
He's getting frustrated.
He's gonna be like Brandon Ayuk. He's probably gonna be about 70 catches because they're gonna try to run the ball. It depends on how everybody do a variation of their West Coast offense. If they try to go run heavy and really feature Kamara, and it's a kid behind Kamara, right? Williams.
Oh no, dude from TCU. My mind.
Yeah, they're gonna try to feature. If they try to feature
Kendrick Miller. Oh yeah, well yeah, we have Kendrick Miller and Jamal Williams. Yes.
Yeah, they might try to feature them.
But I like what they did with the tight end. They gonna use Taysom Hill in the packages. They had Taysom Hill as a fullback. They're gonna use him as Kyle Kuziak, like I use Kyle.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're gonna use
That's
Hill
smart.
the same way. Kyle.
Nah, he's gonna cut up.
Yeah, they had Hill in the fullback position. So they don't have to, because the problem was when we put Hill on the field, they're like, oh, we know something's dealing with Hill. But if Hill just on the field like Kyle, then you really don't know, like, is it a little bit more undecided when you see Hill on the field. So what do our AFC East, AFC South predictions, and then we'll go over the ADP poll for college football. Y'all want to hear y'all old records from last year?
I already remember it, but if you want to.
All right, so I had Jacksonville win it 11-6. So the Flowers, you had them at 10-7, Jacksonville, and RC had Jacksonville 11-6. So that's who we had winning the division. The team we had finished last had the Titans finish last. Both of y'all had Texans finish last. Like I say, everybody, I had Texans at third on the AFC South, so everybody was down on Texans last year. All right, who want to go first?
I do.
I'm about to say I had to be like TJ and call somebody. Go ahead, Mos.
You said AFC South, right?
Yes.
All righty. I got Houston 11-6. I got Indy 8-9. Jacksonville 7-10, and Tennessee 5-12.
Okay. All right. Who you had first?
Houston.
What's the record?
11-6.
All right. What about you, Flowers?
I could be logical and say Houston first, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, that's the easiest to say, of course. Give me Indy 10-7. No, yeah.
Okay.
Give me Houston 10-7.
Okay.
Indy win tiebreaker. Give me Tennessee. No. Give me Jacksonville 8-9. I don't. Y'all know how I feel about Trevor Lawrence company. And give me Tennessee, aka Levis, the Crash Bandit. Give me 6.
You said what?
6-11 for the Titans, because I don't think Levis gonna make it through the whole year.
It still has. I know they drafted a lineman in the first round.
Latham's gonna take some time. The offensive line.
It needs some repairing big time, but still under construction. What about you, RC?
Okay, now hold me to this, but I believe Stephon Diggs is a cancer. I believe when you put bad fruit around good fruit, it messes up the good fruit. I got the Indianapolis Colts at 11-6 because I like what they added, their young pieces to veteran pieces, and to just having, if they can get the quarterback position where he's just out there. If he's out there, he's going to make a difference. The defense is going to be really good. I think they're going to look more like the Texans than the Texans will look like themselves. Then Texans would be 10-7. Why would they be 10-7? Because they're going to be trying. He got one football. He got young guys, and then he brought in. See, when you got one football and young guys who all love playing with each other, and then you bring in this guy, this diva, because Diggs coming in that door feeling like he's the guy. He don't care about Nico Collins and Tank Dell, but Nico Collins is the guy. And I think they fall back because of it, because now they will be the hunted, and you won't be able to creep in. Think about it. 3 years ago, they were trash. Now you go into being everybody's favorite team. Well, guess what? Every arena you go in, they're gonna be at your neck. So they at 10-7. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars at 10-7. Why I say 10-7? You know I'm a sunshine guy, and I think Doug Peterson is a good coach. He figures it out. They win 10 games, but the issue with them is they're young, and I feel like, to me, I really don't know who they are. They don't have an identity. Tennessee Titans. I like Rand Carthon, played at Florida. Saw Rand play against the best Miami Hurricane team ever. Rand's a good running back. Rand was with the 49ers, learned under Adam Peters with being a GM. He's doing a damn good job. Problem is, he in a damn good division, and I think they're going to win 8 games, 8-9, and going to get his head bludgeoned a lot because of that. So, yeah, I think the coach, I'm not just picking it because my boy in the corner, I do my homework, and they scary. Because what you don't do is you don't get the crowning people. Like my boy Herman would say, that's why they play the game. Because Houston got to play them right out the gate, and you best believe they won't Houston. What's up?
Do you say Jags at 10-7?
Oh, hell, yeah. Jags 10-7. Reason why I say that is because Jacksonville get to go over there and play in London. They got a few games over there. They home. They don't really play in Duval. They really play overseas. That's what they really do. But then they're going to have games where they're going to be better than teams, and I think they figure it out. They're going to get the team wins.
So you think 3 teams from the AFC South going to the playoffs?
Listen, I'm going to give you a history lesson, and y'all want you to give it back to me if I'm wrong. I think the AFC West, the NFC West is the best, the second best division in football. I think the AFC North is the best division, and the AFC South is the third best division because those teams all got better, and all those teams, to me personally, are hard outs. They got defense. What Indianapolis got? They play defense. That travel. Houston has a defense that travels. Jacksonville play defense. That works in the National Football League. You need to play defense. You need to be
I still like the AFC North.
Yeah, AFC North is the number 1 division. But that's hands down. But
I don't think the Jazz like Trevor Lawrence gonna have to make it. He's gonna have to show improvement from last year.
But look, even though they struggled last year, they were still one of the better teams last year until they faltered towards the end, right?
You just I don't know really.
Jacksonville was always hovering around. Tennessee, the Colts and the Texans will fight it out. That division was tough, man. It was squabble every week. And if you didn't mess up, if you're a gambler, Tennessee will mess your ticket up. They will mess your ticket up.
I'm just saying, I just with the Jazz, they're so inconsistent that it just I don't know. It's pretty hard for me to give them 10 wins when they struggled last year mightily against teams they should beat single-handedly.
Can I say something real fast?
Let me get mine. Let me get my
prediction.
Oh,
my bad.
My bad. Yeah, y'all forget about me. So I struggle with this Texans and Colts. I feel like you can move them up and down, but I finally gave them to the Texans with 11-6. Gave the Colts 10-7. They're gonna be neck and neck all season. I gave the Jacksonville Jaguars 8-9. Like I said, I feel like they're gonna struggle here and there and during the season. They're gonna win some, they're gonna lose some they should win. And I have Titans at 5-12. They in full rebuild mode. So Will Levis gonna be fighting uphill all year. But I was like, you about want to say something.
No, let Mo say something. I'm letting y'all get it out.
All right, go Mo.
I was gonna say, even though I got Houston first, I ain't gonna lie, the Colts kind of scared me. What I'm just not what I'm unsure of is Anthony Richardson and the secondary. But at the same time, I feel like if everybody is healthy, like I could see the Colts being a sleeper team and winning about 12 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, but like I said, it's just man, them injuries, man, it really messed them up bad. But I think last year they was on a 1 game behind Houston, and that was with a backup QB. Of course, this is a different team right now, but that's why I got them like winning like 8 games because I'm like. I could see them the ceiling being 12, but like I said, I just not sure, so I gave them that 8 games on winning.
Yeah, it's gonna be a race for sure between the Texans guys. Like I said, we saw the Colts still thrive with a backup quarterback, and they made the playoffs, and they 1 game away. They were 1 play away from going to the next round. 1 yard away, yeah, 1 yard away from going to the next round. So with AR back,
let me spin the block real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I didn't get into it. I just read my records off first. I had to gather my thoughts for what I really wanted to say. I'm with Mo as far as the ceiling being 12 wins. It's there. I do want to answer Mo's concerns about the quarterback and the corners. The secondary is young. Jalen Jones, number 40, he's pretty good. Juju Brents didn't play Sunday. They kept him out. Dallas Flowers is just getting back from tearing his Achilles last year.
Mm-hmm.
The secondary is young. I think it gets better and better as time goes by. But you know what helps a young secondary? The pass rush. And I see LoccTocc being a hell of a playmaker his first year. I see him possibly win a Defensive Player of the Year. I'm saying it now. For Denver to have to chip Latu on Garrett Bowles. Ain't that name Bowles? What's his first name? Your tackle. Is it Garrett?
Garrett?
Who's tackle?
The left tackle for the Broncos.
Oh,
you talking about I got
I want to know.
It's Bowles, right?
I think it's Garrett Bowles.
Yeah, Garrett Bowles. Yeah. For Garrett Bowles to be what? Let's say a top 15 tackle in this league, just to be on the safe modest side, and for this guy to have 8 snaps and 4 or 5 his snaps to be hellacious snaps, man, getting pressure on the quarterback. They had to chip Latu coming off the edge. We're gonna be hard to run against with Grover and Buckner, but with Latu being on the edge, he's gonna free up double teams on the line. So you're gonna have to double team him, Buckner, or Dayo, depending on what you want to do with that. But this defense is primed and ready to play. We had 45 sacks last year, top 5 in the league. I don't see that changing. Like I said, we just got to get. We were 27th in pressures, so that'll come down this year with the 2. Offensively, I want Anthony Richardson to play another game or 2 in the preseason. He hasn't played since last October prior to Sunday. You can kind of tell that he's still a little wet behind the ears. He's looking at things a little too long, and that's fine because I think his running ability will get him out of some things. Our offensive line, top 8 in pass protection and run blocking. So expect this running game to be spectacular. We did add weapons on the outside. We have 6'4" and beyond, wide outs and beyond. So I do see the targets being easy for Anthony Richardson to get to. And if he gets hurt, we have a better backup in Joe. And no disrespect to Gardner, because he did a hell of a job last year, but he didn't take shots last year. Joe will take those shots. Forbidden Anthony Richardson gets hurt. But if Anthony Richardson doesn't get hurt, they're going to win by 11, 12 games. I really do think that, because they're going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, especially with the emergence of Jonathan Taylor and his guardian cap. So we're going to see.
We do not need him getting hurt. No concussion.
Yeah, he need to wear that guardian cap. He need to be safe from all injuries.
I just want to ask Files a quick question. Is Anthony Richardson, is he the QB of the future? Because I'm still kind of unsure.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna sound biased because I'm a Colts fan. I think he is. I just think he needs to prove it and show it. Because honestly, last year, I kind of didn't know what to expect for him starting out game 1. I thought he was gonna do a lot more running around. But seeing him come out the gate last year and played a few games that he played, He was a lot more further than I thought he was. His poise was a whole lot better than I thought. We know he can make any kind of throw, but just to see him look through his progressions and his poise in the pocket, it was a whole lot better than I thought. And Shane Steichen is a hell of a coach, man. If he can get Jalen Hurts, and I'm listening, this is no disrespect when I say this, if he can get Jalen Hurts to play at an MVP level, because you see the difference now with him not being there, and you take a guy like Anthony Richardson that's more athletic and is willing to be coached, I just don't see how he can fail with it. Only way he can fail with it is if he can't stay healthy, and I'm concerned about that.
Right.
But I do think that if you go through a hard lesson that Anthony went through as far as getting hurt the way he did because he didn't protect himself and having to sit and learn, that did him good. So I think this kid is going to come out balling first game against Houston. We owe Houston an ass whooping, man. They beat us on a 4th and 1 off a drop ball. And that's what a quarterback. So I've been with LoccTocc all off season, about this and that, how great he is. I'm with RC. They're gonna get everybody's best game this year because a lot of people didn't know what to expect yet last year. And in closing in this, Houston, Indianapolis, top tier. Jacksonville's kind of knocking on the door. I don't think that Jacksonville offensively can touch Houston or Indianapolis, and that's gonna be the problem with them. And Tennessee, I just think Will Levis is not it. I know they got Callahan down there. I know he brought his pops in to help with the offensive line. It's gonna take some time. J.C. Lakeman's gonna take some time. Swarinski, whatever his name is, those guys gonna take some time, but it's gonna be neck and neck, and we'll see who wins the race.
Guys, who's the best wide receiver for Jacksonville right now? Calvin Ridley's gone. He went to
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk is their main number one.
You got Christian Kirk. You got the guy from Buffalo, Gabe Davis.
Davis. He disappeared. Even Josh Allen couldn't use Gabe Davis in the big moments.
Like that's not scaring me. I know it had Ridley last year, but hell, Ridley can't beat press. He can't beat press coverage. So Tennessee will find that out pretty soon. You're gonna have to put Calvin Ridley in motion or keep him in the slot so he can't get touched on the outside.
All right, so that's our AFC South record prediction. It's gonna be fun. A college AP top 25 poll.
Ben, that's your pit bull?
No, man, that's a little dog. Ain't no
that dog.
I'm about to punch that. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm gonna put him outside. What you say, Kyle?
What it sound like?
Big dog bite ankles, I bet.
Number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3, Oregon. 4, Texas. 5, Alabama. 6, Ole Miss. 7, Notre Dame. 8, Penn State. 9, Michigan. Florida State is 10. Y'all want me to go through all 25 or stop at 10?
Stop right there.
Yeah, you can stop.
I'm so tired of college football putting Notre Dame. I mean, that first of all, they're not even a conference. And then listen, I have no problem with Michigan being number 9. I'm gonna tell you why. I have no problem with it because that's where we need to be because we're the bullies. It's us and Georgia. We the only two play that style of football where we're gonna keep running it, playing defense. But why do college football pundits or the national media keep putting Notre Dame? What have they done ever? In y'all lifetime, they've done nothing.
Didn't they get the Duke quarterback, Riley Leonard?
Yeah, I don't give a damn if they got Bo Nix back from Denver, going back there to play again 7 years. Get in the conference. Then Ohio State got the best. They got. Have y'all ever not seen Ohio State in the top 2, 3, 4 ever?
I've seen them in the top 5 the last 20 years.
Best roster football can buy, but you can't buy hard. Remember, I told you that when it's November and you gotta lay it on the line. It's 4th and 2. Junkies ain't gonna be able to spin move past me, bro. I'm trying to tell you right now, for college football, I do not like. And then put some respect on Alabama. What you doing?
Yes. Alabama is still good, ladies and gentlemen. Do not be fooled because Nick Saban is not there.
So y'all think number 5 is too low for Alabama?
No, I don't. No, Ole Miss is 5 though, right?
No, Ole Miss is 6.
Alabama was 5.
Hey, look, Ole Miss is going to be a problem too. Ole Miss is going to be a problem, especially if you look at the schedule early. They don't play anybody for the first month, so that they'll be undefeated going into SEC play.
Yeah, I think y'all being honest, we in for some good football.
I agree.
I'm talking about college to the NFL. We're going to be watching football. It's going to go all the way into when they push the NFL back. You might be having college football playoffs and the NFL playoffs together. But I think we're looking at a lot of parity amongst both leagues, but especially in college football. Like Texas going into the SEC, they finna run their gun. The SEC gun. But Ole Miss being 5 or 6 is impressive. Now let's see if Lane Kiffin can get out of his own way. But everybody got a shot at Nick Saban. Now that Nick Saban gone, everybody
Can I? Oh, my bad.
No, you good. His way, and that was Nick. Nick is gone.
What you say, Buckeye? What you say, Buckeye?
Nah, I was gonna say just
That's his new nickname.
Looking at
Brutus,
this, I'm a realist though. I don't think we're a better program than Michigan. I don't think we should be in the top 10 either. Because time and time again, we're always top 1 or 2 in preseason polls and the preseason rankings. But man, when that football starts, we back into a corner real quick. And we have talent. Like us at I do not think we are number 2 program. That's ridiculous.
Well, listen,
we have to me.
I disagree.
Y'all
got a lot of talent in Columbus.
We always have talent.
Always have the best talent in college.
I know. I don't think.
But Oregon, Texas,
the top 3 team coming into the preseason rankings, just based off the talent they, especially defensively. I'm just talking. I mean, because you got to think about the preseason rankings, what they are.
Mm-hmm.
The talent that Ohio State have Gardner's top 5. We cannot disagree with that.
But listen, here's my pushback, because I believe that Ohio State should have 5 national championships. It should be just as relevant or good as Alabama. They have had some of the best players. You're talking about the Bosa's, the Chase Young. You're talking about Marcus Freeman. You're talking about loaded always, right? But the issue is you can't buy heart. And when it gets cold, you know what Michigan gonna run power right over your face over and over and over. And so not even that, now you bring in Oregon, who gonna surprise a lot of people with that physicality, because this man got, not only do we have resources, you have uniforms. They love uniforms, these kids. So they're gonna want to go put on the duck shield in uniform. Then USC's coming in that conference. And then here's the issue that I have with what Michigan is doing. Michigan is coming. They're not. You want to come get on the camera? Just didn't walk in here. Come on, so they can see you. Y'all want to see my wife? Come on in here. No. Since you won't come in here, what you want? Come on, y'all. Here. Michigan's problem is they're underdogs always, and that's what they love, the underdog. They love being the underdog. So they're gonna walk through that door and play a style. Nobody's playing that way but Georgia and Michigan. Play defense and run the football. When it gets cold, that's when it's gonna matter. Texas, I think, might be the team people not talking about. Texas is the team to watch out for because they got the talent as well. And that dude he was coaching with Nick Saban, right?
Yeah, he was there.
So he was there. He knows how to deal with in that conference. He knows how to deal with that. So I'm looking forward to seeing Texas in Oklahoma and how they look at that division as well.
One thing y'all didn't say. Ryan Day, you are on the clock, sir.
All right.
Most definitely.
Man, a lot of good stuff coming up at the end of the month. Can't wait for football. Man, been using Bet Us to play some bets, so I'm ready for some football. I haven't been hitting and missing on baseball, so we're gonna see.
I ain't betting until football season, so I ain't putting another.
I'm just gonna play some little $2 bets here and there. Where is it? Let's go into overtime real quick. Nah, do I want? I think we got time. We might have time. All right, overtime. So we had we just lost RC, huh? So we had LeBron over in France pushing kids away from him. So here's the clip.
Make space, guys, for King. Make space. Congratulations.
All right, so he do a little shimmy dance before you walk in the restaurant / club where he's at. I'm also known, do you have problem with LeBron checking that kid before you
move? Get out the way. Get out the way.
He's that man trying to party.
Oh, and let me say this, because I already know how the people gonna look at this. They gonna make it a race issue. And it ain't like that, man. It's just he trying to get to where he's going, and the kid was in his way. He was a little too close to him. Also, you don't know how people, could react nowadays. Not saying that kid would attack or anything, but Brian seems like a very cautious and calculated man as far as everything that he do. So, man, this ain't no big deal.
What about you, Fly? What are you thinking about LeBron checking the kid?
Ooh, man, I can go so many ways with this. Man, I agree with most, but I do want to say I got a flashback being from when he was down here. He did the kids down here the same way. See, this is
what?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can have a discussion.
That town.
It was after the show. He came down. Look, Mo Williams had a basketball camp. Right. Mo Williams had a basketball camp down here or something, and he came down to Jackson for a day. And when he came down here, he was at the mall. I want to say he was at North Park, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man,
he was walking around with bodyguards around him. He had a hoodie on. I want to say he was ignoring people. I have a problem with that because. I'm gonna talk about that one. Then I'll skip to the Olympics. I don't want to spend too much time on this. But you're LeBron James. You're top 5 athlete in the world. If you're, you bring in soccer stars into this also because they're pretty big stars also. But LeBron is global. So for LeBron to go anywhere and not expect for somebody to have their hand out asking for autograph or anything, that's funny to think that that's not going to happen. What happened down here in Mississippi, I wish he handled that a better way because you can't come down here to Mississippi and expect kids haven't seen something like that down here. So that kid in France probably saying the same thing too. Like I said, and I'm with Most when he's saying, LeBron has somewhere to be. He's calculated and everything. You're right, Most, but I just feel like there are better ways to handle that. And me seeing that just reminds me of probably what LeBron really is. I'm not saying LeBron is not a bad guy, but people will give Michael Jordan shit, about how he do black people. Hell, LeBron, I don't think LeBron's too far from the tree as much as the media try to not make it that way. But like I said, this is the same person that came down to Jackson, Mississippi, and this is
Go
ahead.
I was gonna say you got a point because Devin Booker, like
He signed autographs.
He interacted a lot with the Paris fans. Like I seen one clip, he got a guy's shoes because he wearing jersey.
Shoes
He's taking and signing a lot of autographs. Like, man, it's nice to see what D-Book was doing in Paris.
I would have rather LeBron been like, I'm sorry, son, I can't give autographs right now. Give him a doubt. Go on with your
business. See,
gotta be, no, we ain't doing that.
No. Yeah, I didn't like the
like you're famous. Like that comes with it. That comes with the price of fame.
Right, Klaus. Like you said, it would have been fine. He just said no to the kid, like, nah, I ain't doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like the fact he said he pointed a finger like he's a daddy, like, yo, I ain't son, no, get out my face, going about the business.
Brian had a Michael Jordan moment.
But he didn't have to check. That's my point. He didn't have to check him like that. Like he could have been polite, fist bump like five. Like, nah, I'm not doing that right now. I'm celebrating my guys. And this one thing, he took time to twerk to get the video of that twerking before he go in the club. How long did that take? That took like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
He danced for at least 10 seconds. And he took a picture with that kid for 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Can I hear the thing?
That's it. Yeah, go ahead.
After having technical difficulties, man, I've been fighting with this thing all night because I'm trying to get used to using this new setup. But I heard all that, man, and it just made me feel like, how we know this dude wasn't positioned where he positioned? Like the guy, how he just appeared out of nowhere with no fans with him. It was just him by himself. Like maybe his dad took him to that spot and said, go stand right here. They're going to come through. I think sometimes we only see the back end of a lot of stuff. We catch it. It was a very odd moment when I saw it. I don't really hold it against him because
I won't hold it.
I don't hold it against him because I don't know the whole. A lot of these people be placed in position to do certain crazy stuff to make you look bad. He failed the test. Because Michael Jordan's situation, I saw a situation where somebody was in Michael Jordan's garage, parking garage.
Yeah,
he comes out and he's like, like Michael, making an autograph.
I wouldn't. But yeah, I probably would have done the same. But in France, like it's other people around. Like I said, I wouldn't. I don't care. You didn't sign anything or take a picture.
Yeah,
I wouldn't check
somebody did Kanye like that, and Kanye is like, you like, why are you here?
Yeah, like I wouldn't. That's kind of personal.
3-4 in the morning. I got someone to beat you in my garage.
They've dealt with so many crazies. See, when you thinking about a fan, all of us collectively on here, we thinking about ourselves, right? Some of these fans are crazy and stalking these people, and so a lot of the times, man, I just feel like we're probably just seeing some foolishness now. I ain't saying LeBron or Michael.
It was kind of weird. He was the only kid there at the moment. His bodyguard did a bad job of checking the surrounding car. He was right there the whole time. He was just
standing there. Like the kid just popped out of a cloud.
And he was standing. He was just standing there. The bodyguard didn't even see him. He was standing so still. The bodyguard kept walking.
So I'm gonna give you a quick story. So whenever I meet my brother-in-law, for the first time, I didn't really understand fandom. He was a real big guy. They loved him in Cincinnati, and I remember one time. As to start going around more and more, I just felt weird about how people love the person that much, crying and, acting weird. And so one night we was in Cincinnati after a game, he comes out and he's walking through and it's me, him, and my other brother-in-law, and we all walking and they couldn't tell who was what. We all were professional athletes to them, to the point to where you got a line of girls, they just pulling at you. It's just the weirdest shit. I'm like, I ain't slid in the second. I don't play in the field. You see on the Jumbotron who's getting up to hit, and they don't give a damn. They just trying to get a picture with you. You next to the person they want to get with. And so it's a lot of stuff you don't see, man. Like it's really crazy. Like I really have some stories about that. And
I never liked paparazzi.
But I'll say this: the kid was kind of polite though. He didn't bum rush him though. He kind of just like standing there, just looking. He didn't jump in front of him. No, he just like, hey, can you take a picture?
Right.
When he
could have easily let him down as easy as the kid asked for that autograph.
He didn't grab him or nothing.
How he did it, because I feel like LeBron James, because RC, you can identify what was crazy and not crazy, and LeBron James can too. So I just look at that situation, like Ben saying, the kid is harmless. He just, you know, can I have?
When I walking through the Saints place, I didn't know. When Saints was practicing Jackson, I'll come down the wrong ramp, and all the football players walking past me, like Charles Grant, Will Smith. So I'm looking in there like, dang, I'm in the wrong spot. So I was like, the kid just like, oh snap, there's football players walking past me, and the kid was just like kind of nervous. Scott, he was just like, hey, can you? Like he was scared to ask him really to get a picture with him. That's when LeBron checked him. So that's the only thing I say about LeBron. Like, don't point your fingers at kid face, especially when you just kind of just asking, right? Like he's your daddy. Boy, didn't I tell you? Don't ask me again.
Brian had a bad moment.
I had a flash.
But man, so bad when he started dancing. Like he like, why?
I'm gonna be addicted to this kid, but let me swig my way in this party.
Hey, imagine a kid face seeing LeBron dancing. He just told you, he just looking over there. He's just
RC, did you hear me talk about when he came to Jackson back in 09?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the story. I remember hearing the story from a lot of people. He was really a butthole to them kids. Like he was
with Willie Richardson. You know who Willie Richardson is. Mm-hmm. Played for the Kansas City Chiefs, Jack State. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Willie Richardson. Mm-hmm. When that happened, Willie Richardson used to love. He used to have a radio show up here. He used to love LeBron James. After that happened, every chance Willie Richardson got, he talked about LeBron James. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with it. I get flashbacks of that because I seen. Well, I wasn't at the mall, but I heard of how he did the kids when he came down here, and I find it funny because he did that, and then he had the decision. Oh, I raised $2-3 million for the Boys and Girls Club. I think you're a fucking hypocrite because you can't sit up here and tell me, well, we raise money. Excuse my language. We raise money for kids in an hour of me doing this show about me, and then you come down here to where I'm staying, and you disrespect young kids. So I just
one. It wasn't like 5 or 6. It was just one kid.
Well, perhaps Brian ain't who we think he is.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting to, because, and I guarantee you, when he did that kid, his feeling about LeBron went from I think he's the greatest to he's a piece of shit.
No, he gonna dog him. He said, "Hey, why Michael Jordan better?" He's gonna do some MJs right now.
If I was Adam Silver, I definitely have to talk to Brian because
I want to talk to him. I don't think that's
talk.
I want to talk to him because
I mean he not talk to him as like he's getting suspended or whatever, but it's like
I know I'm just saying like it's just
but when you in another country, man, you want to interact.
Oh, you saying he representation?
You're representing the United States and you're representing the NBA,
and also you want the game to grow, man.
I agree.
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, LeBron got to be. He's in another country. He should be thrilled to sign stuff. When you get a chance to sign stuff over there,
you don't have to sign it. Just because
take a picture with him.
I don't think they can sign stuff in black ink.
Yeah,
their contract. They're obligated to sign contracts for tops of who Fanatics. Yeah, Fanatics.
White. Okay.
So I don't think they can sign. They can only sign stuff certain colors. I want to say because
like blue.
Yeah, they have to use a certain color to sign stuff because people take the autographs and put it on stuff and try to sell it. So I understand that part of. That's why you see people don't give people autographs. It depends on what they have in their hand.
Take pictures. Yeah,
but it's better for LeBron James to not point to his hand at this kid.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
No, we're not doing that. Just say no. Kid, I'm sorry, kid. I can't right now. But thank you. That just
Right. Be polite. Be
ways to
polite.
let people down. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm. Yeah, that's it. That's all you did, LeBron. Nobody ain't saying you did anything wrong. Just be more polite next time. Just say you try to party, man. You get you next time or something.
That's how I'm trying to get to the family, man. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
There's so many ways he could have done that.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
All right. So Hassan Reddick asked for a trade from the Jets. Go figure.
Can we talk about that for a sec?
Yeah, go ahead. Knock it out the park real quick.
I blame the Jets because obviously he wanted a contract when he was with the Eagles. So why would I trade for a player that when me and the player haven't had any kind of negotiations and agreements? Because Hassan Reddick has been firm on saying he wants to get paid. Now, if he told the Jets, I'm coming, the Jets probably should have told him, well, yeah, we'll pay you. But I don't think that's how. I just think the Jets jumped the ball on it, and now they're dealing with this disgruntled player. I just feel like the Eagles want to get rid of the problem, and they got compensated for by getting Huff, a pass rusher, and the Jets thought they was getting a better pass rusher in Hassan Reddick, and he wants about $27 million a year, and the Jets don't want to pay him.
Yeah, that wasn't a very smart move by Jets, knowing that a player wanted a new deal, a bigger deal, and they trade for him, thinking like, oh, he's in a new location. He ain't gonna worry about it. He ain't gonna talk about it. Of course he is. He been gonna have the same problem when you get to a new team also. So it just dropped the ball. Kaepernick said he interested in playing flag football for the USA in 2028. Go try out and see what happens.
Man,
Don't sit down, Cap.
I know, right?
Harbaugh
offered him a coaching position, I think.
No, that's cool.
Hey,
in 2000,
Kaepernick is capping.
Huh?
He just trying to get his name back out there in the media, talk about him.
He need to stop capping.
5 new sports would be in the 2028 Olympics. There will be baseball, softball, flag football, lacrosse, cricket, squash.
They're putting baseball in the Olympics in 28?
Yeah, baseball and softball, yes.
That's interesting. Ooh, Japan?
Yeah, Japan got some
Puerto Rico.
players.
Japan, like baseball,
I think Japan will win it.
Baseball, Japan is like American football here. It's crazy up there.
They pitchers are unorthodox too. They got some good pitchers.
Oh, you can't sleep on the Venezuelans and people like
the Dominican also got.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dominican got some ballers, man. Oh, they got so many. All right. We're brought to you by Bet Us. Why it's not showing? Can y'all see anything?
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, we saw it.
It's not showing on mine.
It's showing.
Yeah, there we go. Bet Us. Oh, it's a video. That's why. Sign up through Bet Us. Place your bets. They have gambler insurance. Even Michael Vick endorsing this. So sign up, win some bets, man. Football.
Get ready, man.
We ready to get to it.
Coming hot.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to add something real quick.
Okay.
With Skip being fired and all, so apparently, possibly they might hire Ancho to replace.
Oh, Ancho. Oh, yeah.
Which I'm not sure if I agree with.
With Marcus Wiley.
Huh?
Didn't he have a show with Marcus Wiley?
Talking about Wiley.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know. They married Ancho.
Ancho, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, they had a show together on Fox Sports.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just leave it alone. They should just leave it alone. Just create a whole new show. All right. We got the gold standard T-shirt, Steph Curry in the merch shop. It's available right now. Go cop. It's out in the merch shop right now. So this is our new line for the Olympians, the gold standard. So we're gonna come out with some other athletes too.
Ben, you designed this?
No. I don't have the skills to design that. I had to go to my guy. You seen how my designer was looking? Nah, I wish. I wish I could design like that. I thought about going to school.
That man is doing the designs is good that he can take what you're telling him and put it on the
Right.
shirt.
Yeah, he live in Pakistan. Our guy's in Pakistan right now. he like, hey, my brother, got any more work for me? I'm like, yeah, I got some work for you. So man, he customizes shirts and he does a great job, man. And also if y'all want to play some fantasy football, we have a podcast league. Enter now, play against us, get your tail kicked because I'm the king of fantasy. And yeah, and if you win, if you beat us, you get a prize.
Notice he said he's the key of fantasy, not football. Fantasy. He's in his head. He said
Football.
fantasy.
I'm the king of fantasy.
His own mind. He's in his own mind.
I got a trophy behind me on the mantle up there. So
Ben, you the type to draft a kicker the first round.
Nah. You the type to draft a guy who's out for the season. That was the type of guy you are. I think RC did that actually one. I think RC did that. No, this one guy in my league, he drafted Devontae Adams. I believe it was Devontae Adams. He was hurt one year.
I did that. I got Odell Beckham Jr.
He didn't know.
Draft.
Yep. So man, we looking forward to fantasy football. All right, guys, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next week with some more football talk. Like I say, NFL preseason got some more games tomorrow. So tune in, watch that, man. Thank y'all for joining us.
Peace.
See you out.